Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the highway map, and we've got Lionballs from Big Daddy Clan. He's in the Tier 9 Swedish heavy tank, the Emil 2. This one leads to the clan wagon, and he's platooned with Fury in the WOTCCASIA. Towards the city. Let's make the map a little bit larger. So Fury's going ahead. There's no light tanks in this game, it's interesting. So the mediums can do a bit of spotting. The heavies will come into the town and defend it, and maybe beat back the enemy. They'll be crossing on the J line, of course. So we've got two Tier 9 heavy tanks on each side. Slight imbalance here. We've got 3 Tier 9 mediums on this side, 2 on the other side, but 2 Tier 9 TDs on the other side and 1 Tier 9 TD on this side. Anyway, we'll see how that plays out. So it's reached position here, got a few enemy tanks he can fight against, and you're probably aware it's a 3-shot auto loader, and so very similar to the Crown Wagon for its tier, reasonable front armour, although the lower hull is penetrable mostly, but the turret, if you get into a hull down position, is good. Anyway, and just track that Tiger 2 should get his second shot in, third shot in, which he does. And picks up assisted damage from the tracking, so missed out on the damage from the second shot, but picked it up again in the assisted damage, which is good. And we're on the reload here. And just looking for gaps that the enemy might come through, like that Tiger 2 did. Pushing up further, so time to get to another vantage point and set up another side scrape. Here we go, okay, got some victims there. Does some tracking damage there, but didn't penetrate. Okay, so low front plate on the T26E4, super Pershing, but takes a hit in return. And then the super Pershing living up to its name, so we've got very strong frontal armour itself, so you really have to watch where your shots are going. But in any case, he's heading for heat rounds here. Needs to penetrate to basically consolidate this position. Just waiting for tanks to cross. Now that T26E5 just come a bit too far forward, doesn't really have a lot of protection there, and he's already lost a chunk of his health. About to die, I would say. So not going to last too much longer. If he tries to poke it at all, he'll get taken out. Alright, so I don't think he'll go through the T95, but he can try and track this IS-3A. Doesn't get the actual tracking damage, but he gets 2 shots in. Will he get his third in? Yeah, he does, and sets him on fire as well. Manages to get his fire extinguisher going just before he dies. So he doesn't get the kill, but he gets most of his health. And that's brought him up to 2,800 points of damage. Super Pershing comes up and can't penetrate because he's got a bit too close and has had to aim at the turret. And now Lionballs is reloaded. 53 TP, potential their next victim. And 3, 2, 1, back. Now he might have to relocate if nothing changes, but looks like the 53 TP is trying to push up. The game is fairly even still at this point, but there's a lot going on in the north, as you can see on the mini-map. Tank swapping there. And here comes the 53 TP. He's going to push around. Well, he tried to, but got taken out. So this could be an opportune moment to try and get something going. He's got to be aware of the T95, but he can get some shots into this VK 4502 and maybe even the super Pershing, which he does. So gets the lower plate, and the super Pershing aims for him this time properly and gets a hit in, but gets taken out. So getting some good support in this position, which is always useful. And here comes the T95. You don't want to get in the way of that gun. But what can you do in return? Both Tier 9 tanks, you can see that T95 just waiting for him to try and pop out and put a big round into him. Now he can't afford to take a hit here, so that's right. But Fury's coming in to flank the T95 and perhaps distract him. He's got him to turn. That's interesting. They all get the side. And one shot in and one shot into the rear, and he gets the kill. So great play there by Fury, and the VK goes down as well. So the game has really turned at this point. That was a really good move. The tanks have come together and made a bit of a strong point here. So they're faced now with Strivk, who has taken out the ICU-152. Now where was he on the map? Probably up in the north. And then there's the two TDs, the Waffenträger Panzer IV and the Scorpion G. And Fury going up, spotted the Scorpion G. Now you can just aim in here, he might be able to get some hits, which he does, and he gets taken out by the 50 TP. So Fury losing a little bit of health there, but result achieved. So they've now got a 3-tank lead. Lionballs has hit 5k damage with that shot, so doing really well here again. And there's still 3580 hit points left on the enemy team, so I'd say the Waffenträger definitely full health. And there we go, he's been spotted up in the north there. And the Strivk also must be relatively full health, so interesting to see what happens here. So Chapature 4 gets on cap. It's a good plan to get the enemy drawn back to cap. And Lionballs just pushing forward as much as he can to try and get some more damage out of the enemy. No, they've gone off cap. Okay, so never mind, we know where the Waffenträger was, and in fact here he comes, and a good spot to be in. Hold down. Oh, misses there with that one, got to aim a bit more. Gets that shot in, one more shot. And you can just bait him with his turret. Fury gets a nice shot in and retreats quickly, which is the right thing to do. Although the Waffenträger gets rid of the Chapature 4, Fury gets another hit in. Lionballs about to reload. Oh no. Fury gets taken out by the Waffenträger, who reloaded just in time, but Lionballs gets the kill. And now we're just looking for the Strivk. We know he's active, he's had 2 kills. Unless he's like circling around the whole map. But there's still 6 minutes to go, there's plenty of time to get back to cap if needed. And Lionballs pushing his heavy tank to the limit here. 42k's across the ground, that's not too bad actually, not too shabby. But he's got to cross all the way back, that's going to be interesting. So where is this Striv? Oh, there you go, he's been spotted there in the middle, by the target 2. Okay, he's staying there. No, he's definitely alive, but he's got a dead tank to cover him, so can Lionballs get some hits in? Yes, he can. One shot. Just misses with that one. Aim this one a bit more carefully and gets the shot in. Takes him down to 543. Lionball's still not spotted. Strivko is pulling back. But he's still visible. Lionball's going to line him up here when he reloads. He's got another dead tank to hide behind, but he won't be able to hide too long. One more shot in and he's dead. And Lionballs gets the kill there. So fantastic result. 7k of damage and his third kill. Great result. So another great game there from Lionballs. 7.1k of damage and 3 kills. Gave him the high caliber reward. He only blocked one shot. It's interesting. But another 1500k of assisted damage, mostly from tracking. So that's giving him 8.6 of combined damage, and that's helped him get his second mark of excellence. It's a bit odd though, because in the playback we couldn't see the first mark, so yeah, I wonder what's going on there. But of course he got the Ace Tanker Mastery badge there to top it off. So how did that go with the team? Let's have a look here. Well, he's finished well on top with experience there, 1626, very nice result, and certainly 7k at tier 9 is a great output. Fury getting over 4k in the Kunstpanzer, but not quite as much EXP, and the 50 TP backing them up there through the game, getting 2k, probably the standout players in that particular match. And on the enemy side, the Waffenträger Panzer IV, nearly 5k himself, so he would have been disappointed with that result. And the Super Pershing getting the next best result. And this tends to be what happens is lower tier. The where do we see the Strivk was the last one remaining, but look, he looks like he got 2 kills, but very low hit point tanks, and yeah, didn't make a great contribution. Anyway, that was the battle report. Let's have a look at the details. 23 shots fired, 20 hits and 17 penetrations, so getting a good outcomes there with his gun, and had some minor battle payments coming in, but that helped him get over the line in terms of profit, because he was going after his second mark, as you could see, and spent all his money on the premium ammunition. So great game there again from Lionballs. Thank you very much for the content you provide to the channel. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing that. I'll have more great content to follow. And thanks very much for watching.